You wake to the echo of the gunshot still ringing in your ears. For a moment, you don't move. Your body feels heavy, like it belongs to someone else. The road beneath you is cold and rough, pressing into your cheek. When your eyes finally focus, you see the bodies first. 2 zombies, both lying a few feet away, their skulls shattered. Then you see him. A man stands nearby holding a rifle, smoke still drifting from the barrel. He doesn't rush to help you. He just watches, studying you like he's trying to decide something important. His eyes drop to your arm, the scratch. Immediately, his posture stiffens. "Was that a bite?" he asks. Your throat is dry and your voice barely works. "No, just a scratch." He steps closer but keeps the rifle ready. Carefully, he grabs your wrist and turns your arm toward the light. The swelling that scared you yesterday is almost gone. The skin looks irritated but normal, not infected, not turning, just a scratch. He releases your arm but doesn't relax. "You sure about that?" You nod. For another moment he studies you, then finally lowers the rifle and reaches into his bag. He pulls out a protein bar and hands it to you. Your hands move before your pride can stop them. You tear the wrapper open and eat quickly, barely chewing. The first bite hurts your empty stomach, but the warmth spreads slowly through your chest. You didn't realize how close you were to collapsing. The man watches silently. Then he hands you a small bottle of water. You force yourself not to drink it all at once. "What's your name?" you ask. He hesitates before answering. "Tyreese." The name hangs in the air for a second. You push yourself to your feet. Your legs shake, but you manage to stay upright. Tyreese watches carefully, like he wants to see if you're strong enough to move. The street around you looks worse in daylight. Abandoned cars sit at strange angles. Storefront windows are broken. Wind pushes loose papers across the road. Somewhere far away, a zombie moans. Tyreese scans the nearby buildings. "We shouldn't stay on the road," he says. Across the street, an old apartment building stands with its front doors half open. The windows are dusty and cracked. "Think it's safe?" you ask. Tyreese shrugs. "Safer than out here." You both cross the street quickly. Inside, the building is dark and silent. Dust floats through the air in thin beams of light coming through broken windows. Every step echoes louder than it should. Tyreese raises his hand, signaling for quiet. You start checking rooms one by one. An office, empty. A storage room, nothing useful. A hallway filled with overturned chairs. Then something moves. The first zombie stumbles out of a side room before you even notice it. Tyreese reacts instantly. One shot. The infected drops. The gunshot echoes through the hall like thunder. Before you can react, another zombie rushes from behind a corner. This one is coming straight at you. It slams into your chest and knocks you back against the wall. Its breath smells like rot and old blood. Its teeth snap inches from your face. Panic floods your body. You shove it away, grabbing the broken leg of a chair from the floor. You swing. The first hit barely slows it. The second connects harder. The third caves in part of its skull. The zombie collapses on top of you. For several seconds, you can't move. Your heart pounds so hard you can hear it in your ears. Your first zombie. Tyreese pulls the body off you and drags it aside. "You're messy," he says, but his voice carries a small hint of approval. You continue exploring the building. This time, the rooms begin to reward your effort. Inside a small office, you find canned food still sitting in a cabinet. In another room, there are several bottles of water. On the second floor, you find a gym bag filled with clean clothes. For the first time in days, you eat properly. Beans from a can have never tasted this good. Then you discover something even better: hot water. At first, you don't believe it. The pipes groan loudly before the water begins to run. Steam fills the small bathroom. Tyreese gestures toward the shower. You first. You step inside and let the water hit your skin. Dirt, blood, and sweat wash away in gray streams. For a few minutes, you forget about zombies, empty streets, and survival. You just stand there, letting the heat soak into your muscles. When you step out wearing clean clothes, you almost feel human again. Almost. Later, you and Tyreese reach a large hall near the back of the building. Round tables fill the room, covered in dusty white cloths. A bar sits along the wall with several unopened bottles still standing behind it. You open one. The alcohol burns your throat, but warms your chest. Tyreese sits across from you, watching carefully. You trust people too easily, he says. You just saved me, you reply. That doesn't mean I trust you. The silence between you isn't comfortable, but it isn't hostile either. After a while, you stand and keep exploring. At the end of another hallway, you find a pair of large double doors. Above them hangs a crooked sign: Wedding Hall. Near the door, something shiny catches your eye. You bend down and pick it up. A car key, brand new, still attached to a dealership tag. A wedding gift. Your mind races instantly. If there's a car in there, you say, we could drive. Tyreese doesn't respond. To the army camp or the bridge. You step toward the door and grab the handle. Suddenly, Tyreese shoves you backward. Leave it. Why? Because we don't need what's in there. You lift the key. This says otherwise. You reach for the handle again. Tyreese steps directly in front of the door. His expression has changed. There's fear in his eyes now. I'm serious, he says. Don't open it. You stare at him. Why? For a moment, he says nothing. Then, quietly, he answers, because I already looked inside. And the way he says it makes one thing clear. Whatever is behind that door is worse than zombies.